So I've got the carburetors off the 400 again, and they're now back in my shed. So what I'm going to do now is strip them all down again, and these new kits that I've got, I'm going to put all them new bits on. So I shall just start stripping them down completely this time. So there's going to be 4 individual carbs. I've got 4 tins over there where each one will go in, and then we will see how it goes. Right, so that's all 4 carburetors now completely dismantled and single. So number 1 there, obviously 2, 3, 4, and this is the framework that holds it together. That's the bar that the choke slides on, and that's the choke lever. So I might have a go at plating them with my new plating kit and see how it goes, comes out. That'll be a test, rather than do it on the engine bolts first. So I've noticed that bar's a bit bent, so I don't know if it's supposed to be or not. I wouldn't have thought so, so I'll need to straighten that. I just hope I can put it all back together. So obviously that's number 1, number 2, number 3, and then number 4. So we shall see how it goes. So what I'm going to do first of all is clean these up, and then, like I say, I might then give it a go at this plating, and once I've got them plated, then I can start rebuilding. So this bar here, that goes on number 3 like that. So the reason I'm doing that is so I can watch this video back. So that's on number 3 like that. Okay, so the 3rd hole is number 3 there, look. So hopefully, and then obviously number 4, sorry, yeah, that's right, number 3 goes on there, because it's the other way around then, because they go onto the bike that way then. So it's 1, 2, 3. So looking at it from this side, number 3 goes there, number 4 goes there, number 2 goes there, and number 1 goes on that end there. So this is a bit awkward because I've labelled these tins as though you sat on the bike, but then when you're dismantling it, the carburetors are turned round, if that makes sense. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Right, so I'm going to start rebuilding these carbs. I was going to have a go at plating this, but I think I'm going to save that for the nuts and bolts, because the kit that they've sent has got round buckets and this won't fit in anyway. So I'll save that for the nuts and bolts. Plus it means having to get that silly little pin off there, and I hate them pins. Anyway, so I'll leave that, and I'll just start rebuilding the carbs. What I'm going to do is I'll just stick the carb body in this little fucking ultrasonic thing for 5 minutes. I don't know if it'll do out, to be honest with you. We'll have to just wait and see, won't we? Shit. So we'll wait and see. But anyway, I'll do that one first, and we'll see what it's like. So I've got a cheap Sonic cleaner thing. I've had it years. I bought it for coins, to be honest with you, when I had some coins. So I've just tried putting the carbs in there, only for 5 minutes, and the carb. So this is number 1 carb, and as you can see, it's not too bad, I suppose, but it's turned it a fucking grey colour. Oh, there's a bit of shit in corners there, but it doesn't matter. You can't hardly see it, can you, because it's bloody sun. But I think it'll do. I'm just going to make sure it's bone dry before I put it back in the shed, and then I'll start rebuilding it. So we'll see. So what I've been doing is, I've been at this hours. I've been soaking the stuff in this degreaser here. As you can see, colour of that man now. And then I've been putting each carburetor body in this thingy for 600 seconds. So as you can see, that's counting down now. You can probably hear it buzzing away. And then I've had to turn it over and put the other side in for the same amount of time. So that's 1200 seconds per carburetor. So, and I've had to do it one by one because I can't, obviously I don't want to get them all mixed up, I want to keep them all the same. So it's got it fairly clean. There's still nuts and crannies where, you know, but anyway, I'm not bothered because I'm not trying to bloody restore these or whatever. I'm just trying to give them a quick clean up and just so that I can put them back together and get them working again. So hopefully it should do it. So when I finish cleaning that one, I shall rinse it off outside, put it in there, and I'm going to have a clean up then. I need to get a container for this shit, a plastic container or something with a lid. And then what I'll do is, probably, I'm in the garden all day tomorrow because I need to do some work in the garden, so I'll probably start this Monday night after work, putting it all back together. That's if I can remember now. So anyway, 195 to go on that one. But you can see it has been, you know, cleaning it. I've been using my gloves as well because this shit is supposed to be, it's just engine degreaser. It just says use eye protection and gloves, so I've got my glasses on as well. So anyway, that's it guys. So I'll probably film Monday night, putting it back together. Hello guys, it's now Monday evening. I've finished work, so I thought I'd come and do a bit on the carburetors. Admittedly I've made a mistake. I've actually washed these, not in solvent but in like a degreaser thing, which must have been a bit caustic, and it's turned all the aluminium grey. So whatever you do when you wash them in solvent and not in a degreaser like I do. So I've put the caps on and the diaphragms in and the springs, because the diaphragms are all getting wrinkly and they were getting a chance of them getting cut or trapped in there, so I thought I'm going to put them back on. So I've opened one of these kits for number one, and inside the kit you get another little bag, and in that bag you get the pilot air screw there. So I'm going to put that in to there. Now make sure that you include the little rubber o-ring. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little rubber o-ring and there is a little tiny washer as well. I've no idea if that's focused in or not because my bloody eyes are going. And make sure that you get the old ones out of there as well. So what I've just done is I've just used one of them brushes there, look, and the little rubber o-rings sort of like got trapped in the bristles and it pulled it out. And I've now thrown it in there somewhere. In fact it's there, look, can you see it? Just there. So what I'm going to do now is put the new one in. So I'll do that for all four carburetors. Right, so I've now got the air pilot jet screws in. What a bloody fiddly job that is. There's a tiny little rubber o-ring, a tiny little washer. You've got to make sure that they're out. So this is so these are the carbs, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So as you can see, number 1 it's in there, number 2 is there, that's number 3, and that's number 4 there. So they're all in now. Now when I tightened them up, I literally I held the screwdriver like that, just in my finger and thumb, because if you do it like that, you're going to knock them up. So I just held it like that, and as soon as I felt resistance, I stopped. Now what I have got to do is I've got to back these back out a certain number of times, and I think it's either 2.5 or 2.25 times you got to turn them back out. So I need to do, I'm going to leave myself a little note now. I'm going to do that the next time I come up. I'm going to have to go down now because it's 5:30 and our lass will be home soon and she'll be making tea. So I'm going to put these back in, and then like I say, I'll leave a note to back them off the next time I come back. So right, back soon. Hello guys. So on the left corner is the old jets and shit, and them tiny little washers. Look, that tiny little O-ring and tiny little washer there, and on the right is the new stuff. So I've already put in the new air jet there, so what I need to do now is back this out 2.5 times. So that needs coming out 2.5 times. I've printed this off as well, and I've got the manual there as well. So that needs to come out 2.5 times, and then I'm going to start installing this lot. And then once that's installed, then I'm going to join them all together then. So what I'll do is I'll back that off 2.5 times. I'll put the choke plunger in, make sure that's working, and then I'll start adding all this stuff then. And then I'll show you that I'm going to measure the float height as well. So we're back in 2. Right, so I've now got all the jets and stuff in, the float, sorry. So I'm just going to check the float height. So this is set to 7mm. So that's 7mm, and that's what it says in the manual. Wherever it's gone. So this is a K model that I've got, 7mm. So if I now show you that, and hopefully you can see what I'm trying to do. So that should be in line with the bottom of the actual float. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm gonna do it at that anyway. So we'll have to wait and see when we get it on the bike. Right. So all the jets and stuff are back in the carbs now. All I've got to do now is join them all up. So that's number 1, 2, 3 and 4. So in there now, the thing I noticed as well was on number 3 the choke plunger was massive compared to the others. So I don't know if that's supposed to be like that, or if somebody has swapped it from another carb. I've no idea. Anything could happen with this bloody bike, I'll tell you. So I've got to now make sure that them little springs are in there and lined up. Same with that, and same with that, and then obviously there's all the pipe work in there. There's some at the bottom there, some are there, some at the front. So this is where this comes in now, this little bar thing. So there's one already on there, which I didn't take off on purpose, and I think that's number 2 because number 1's got it there for the choke, number 3's got the choke thing there, and number 4 has the choke there. So that goes on to number 2. So I need to start putting, obviously the other way around, but that'll go something like that, but on down there. So I will start putting it back together. Right, so I'm just about to put these back together, and I just need to double check where everything goes. So this is carb 1 and 2. Now there's these little rubber things, the tiny little rubber washer type things that go there, and then there's a big fat blue T-piece there, and then another washer thing there. That goes to this thing here. Yeah, so that goes to that thing there, and basically I think that's just like a vent thing, isn't it? It's just a vent, is that, because the holes are sealed at that end. So that's right. The petrol inlet comes into the centre in the middle of the carbs. So if I can just move that somewhere, so that'll go something like that. Okay. Or is it the other way around, or is there a long bit to the left? Oh, I need to check that. So let's have a look at this. Now that's showing you there. Ah, right, so it's showing you the long bit to the left. So I've got that the wrong way around, so that needs to be turned round. Just 2 minutes. So that needs to be like that then, the long bit to the left, and then these little aluminium pipes that go there, and obviously the overflow one goes there, and then this one will go up there somewhere. So let me join carbs 1 and 2 together first, and then you'll have a better idea. Right, so this is number 1 and that's number 2, and that's how that needs to go on, but that spring there needs to go in between there like that, and then the other tiny spring goes on it goes underneath there, look, that's where the other spring goes. So I need to install them and put that spring on. Right, after a bit of messing about, I've got it on. Now, that tiny little spring, there was a big fat one that went in the middle of there, and then there's a skinny one that goes underneath that screw. And I found that the best way to do it is to open the throttle up really wide, like that. Just bear with us. And then jam your fingers in there like that, and then you can just get enough room then to get that little screw in, that little spring in behind that screw. So that's the way I found was the easiest. Right, so now I can put this on now with the plungers, and I'll get back to you when I've done that. Right, so now I've got the choke on for carbs 1 and 2, so I'll attempt to put number 3 on. Right, so these are back together, but these overflow pipes, I've put them on upside down, because obviously we don't want the fuel spewing out uphill. So I need to take this off, turn it round and shove it on that one, take that one off, turn it round and shove it on that one. Well, I'm not going to take the carbs in bits, I'm just going to take these little clips off, pull the pipe off and just shove it back on. That's for that. So that goes on there. Now I'm 100% sure that when I took them to bits there was a big spring on there, in the middle of there. I'm sure there was, like these here, look, like that one and that one. But I just can't remember, to be honest with you. So anyway, now obviously the carbs will need balancing. So I shall have to balance them. But like I say, I'm pretty sure there was a spring on there, but I can't be certain. There's nothing in the manual that says so. It just shows you 2 springs, one between 1 and 2 and one between 3 and 4. It doesn't show you any spring in the middle there. But anyway, I might be mistaken. So anyway, so that's it. The carbs have now been rebuilt with a new kit, and like I say, the only thing I've got to do now is just turn these round, because obviously they should be pointing down like that. So I've put them on upside down, but never mind, I'll do that, and then they'll clip into there. Then look, one will go into there, one will go into there. All I have to do now is just put on the throttle, you know, the tick over thing, and then we're sorted. So, ooh, my back's killing me. My tea's ready. It's been out for 20 minutes. And I need to go get my tea because I'm starving. But I needed to get this done. So, that's it guys. Thank you.